$20 entry fee at coaches. 5 to 9 o'clock tomorrow afternoon and night. That's 5 to 9 tomorrow. $20 gets you into coaches.
Register for your sports performance program online at cesperformance.com. CES Performance offers multi-month memberships and team training. Baseline performance testing included with every athletic development program. Schedule your athletic evaluation at CES Performance at no cost or commitment. Be prolific at cesperformance.com.
This announcement, our last scheduled game for here at Turner Stadium will be a 21-5A final contest. Tomorrow afternoon, 2 o'clock kickoff. Kingwood Park Panthers will be hosting the Barbersville Eagles.
Have you been to TexanLive.com? If not, I'm here to tell you that TexanLive.com is the new home for high school sports. Check us out at TexanLive.com.
Back here live from Turner Stadium, J.W. Smith alongside Brent Hallmark for the second half of the Summer Creek Bulldogs Oak Ridge War Eagle matchup. That is actually going to be the final game of the season for both teams. Neither one of these two teams going to the playoffs, but there are a lot of teams that are playing for playoff lives and positioning right now throughout the area. What do you got around the area right now, Brent?
Well, probably one of the most important games in the greater Houston area for 6A is the Manville-Pearland game, and at halftime, Manville has a touchdown lead over Pearland, 17-10.
Oh, wow.
So that's going to be a very important game. These two teams cannot hit each other in the playoffs. Manville will go D2 while Pearland will go D1. So this is their time that they get to just ignite that rivalry and see what they can do with it.
Well, we were talking about that during the break, and that this is just as important. Like, as far as these players are concerned, they're not even thinking about the playoffs tonight. They're thinking about, both those teams have clinched playoff spots. But it doesn't matter. Tonight is a Super Bowl kind of situation for them. They're coming into it, and it's a dogfight out there.
It really is. Another important game tonight, not because of the game itself, but the ramifications that it has on the district. Out in the 19-6A district, the Katy ISD district, along with Straight Jesuit, we have a game between Morton Ranch and Seven Lakes, and at halftime, Seven Lakes is leading 24-21. The big deal with that game is Morton Ranch has their own destiny. If they win the game, they're automatically in the playoffs. If not, then we go to the tiebreaker situation, and I don't think that they want to put their destiny into that.
Yeah, you never want to put your destiny in a tiebreaker situation, and it's always good controlling your own destiny. You want to go into the playoffs with a win. You don't want to go in barely getting in on some kind of technicality. So I agree with that completely. You got to win tonight. It's just as important. So it looks like the teams have taken the field. So let's talk about a little bit about this game. I mean, Summer Creek has really controlled it from top to bottom, left to right, up and down. I mean, the Oak Ridge has had opportunities and they've squandered them, but Summer Creek has really capitalized on the chances they've had.
Well, with Summer Creek, you can pretty much sum up their success in the first half with 2 words: Zachary Walker.
Zach Walker, that is correct.
Yeah, because Zach has gone out there. If he hasn't done it himself, he's directed his team to take advantage of both passing and running situations that Oak Ridge, it took a little while for them to adapt to, and it'll be interesting to see if they focus on it even more in the second half. But in the first quarter, it was pretty much all Summer Creek. If Zach wasn't doing it, he was having his team do it, and they were just bouncing off Oak Ridge defenders right and left, and that's what got them to 21
That is
points.
definitely something that if you're Coach Rush on the side of Oak Ridge, you had to have a talk with your defense saying, guys, we got to wrap up out there. I don't care if it's the last game of the season. There's still 24 minutes left in this year for you guys. And the seniors out here, I know I remember my last game in high school. They're going to remember this game. This is the last time most of them will put on the uniform. And you don't want to go out with a 21-0 loss.
No, and the changes that they did, the adaptations they did in the second quarter, kept that quarter scoreless.
Onside kick again, and that one goes straight to the return man's hands, so he falls on the ball, and we're underway here in the second half. And Summer Creek really just going through the motions. I mean, they're playing aggressive football tonight. They have nothing to lose. They're just out there having some fun with it, and I think that you can tell that they're the looser team with that kind of play.
And I think they're also playing with the pride. I think they're disappointed that the season turned out the way that it did. They didn't expect it. They thought that they would really be a strong challenger for the 16-6A district. So now it's mainly a sense of pride coming into the last game of the season.
Braden Litney coming into the game in the gun. He's actually in the pistol. 2 wide receivers far and near. Ball at the 49-yard line inside their own territory. Looking towards the sidelines, waiting for the call from Coach Rush is Litney. Here he goes, standing in the gun. Here's the snap, and he's going to hand the ball off to number 22. Josh Williams is going to take it to the far side, trying to find the edge, but he's wrapped up and met at the line of scrimmage and falls actually in the backfield. And it's going to be a loss of 1.5 yards there, so it's going to be 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, Jordan Williams for Summer Creek came up, read that play right, shifted over to that right-hand side, and was able to get him before he could make the turn, and therefore it's a loss of 1 yard.
Oak Ridge having trouble. They're on a 3-game losing streak. Last 3 losses coming against Atascocita, College Park, a game that they probably should have won, and the Woodlands. And if you win any one of those games for Oak Ridge, you have a very good shot at a playoff berth, as that ball will be handed off to Williams again on the near side, but unable to find any room to run. He gets 1 yard back to the original line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 3rd and 10.
No, he was hit by 3 Summer Creek defenders right there, led by Jeremiah Reese.
So the Summer Creek defense has really stepped up here in this game. They were able to create some turnovers, an interception, and then the fumble recovery at the 2-yard line. But Summer Creek has really stopped Oak Ridge, but Oak Ridge, between the 20s, has been really efficient moving the ball. Now Letney's going to drop back to pass, pump fakes. Now he's under some pressure, rolling out towards the near side. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's going to take off running. Now he's at the 50-yard line, and he's tackled, brought down at the 44, or the 46-yard line. And now it's going to be 4th down and 5, and down 21-0 here in the 3rd quarter, last game of the season. Let's see what they go with. Let's see if they punt. It looks like they're going to go for it, though.
I wouldn't blame them. Angel Barrera on that last play was able to put pressure on him, and Nigel Davidson was the one that was able to bring him down to create 4th down. And you can see Summer Creek defense coming out, playing very aggressive ball.
So in the gun, waiting for the snap. It's going to be a handoff going towards the far side, trying to find some room to run. He got a couple of blockers down the far side, and he got the 1st down. And it looks like, yes, he got just past it. Number 14, Bishop Durst, the wide receiver, also the backup quarterback, taking it towards the far side of the field. And the 1st down for the Oak Ridge War Eagles. They're in business here.
And boy, that was good focus on his part, knowing exactly where the 1st down marker was, because there wasn't going to be no tomorrow on that one.
So in the pistol is Letney, waiting for the snap. Now he's going to look towards the sidelines. Coaching staff calling the play. Now here we go, waiting for the snap. It's going to be a handoff. It's going to go to Williams, who finds a hole in the right side off the tackle, and he gains 8 yards on that one. Good run there by by Williams.
Yeah, and Walter Shelby was there for Summer Creek for the takedown.
We're going to be marking this one 2nd and 3. Ball on the 34-yard line, 9:28 to go here in the third quarter. This isn't the premier game of the night, but turning into an exciting matchup as that ball is handed off to Williams, who finds a huge hole down to the 15-yard line, runs over a man, and he falls down at the 12-yard line, and he falls forward inside the 10, and he's going to be marked out at the 7 for a 1st and goal.
And Kobe Raphael for Summer Creek was right there to prevent a touchdown from happening, which would have if he wouldn't have been able to bring him down at that point.
So 1st and goal for the War Eagles. Here comes a timeout on the field, as it's going to be a timeout for Summer Creek. And with that timeout, we're going to take a quick timeout. 8:57 to go here in the third quarter. 21-0 your score. Bulldogs leading the Eagles. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. This one's brought to you by Tin Roof Barbecue. Don't go anywhere.
If you want a real authentic Texas barbecue, you need to come to Tin Roof. We've been doing barbecue for 12 years, and we're just a little mom and pop barbecue joint. Everything is cooked fresh here. We have brisket, sausage, chicken that's cooked fresh every day, ribs cooked fresh every day. We have the world's best turkey, and then we do like 15 side dishes, and the side dishes are all from scratch. On Friday and Saturday night we have live music. We'll have a band playing outside. So if you get a chance, come by and see me.
21-0 the score, 8:57 to go here in the third quarter. As Oak Ridge looking to get in the end zone and on the board for the first time tonight. In the pistol is Letney. He waits for the snap, hands the ball off to Williams. Williams trying to take it down towards the 1-yard line and falls down at the 1 after he breaks one tackle at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 2nd down and goal from the 1. Oak Ridge threatening to get in the end zone here.
And he was pretty much met by the Summer Creek secondary that came up, hoping that they could duplicate what they did in the second quarter, and that was knock the ball out right there at the goal line and recover it on their own.
The snap, the handoff, it's going to be a falling forward towards the end zone. Looks like it is down at the 1 again, not quite in, and here comes a flag on the near side. Little extracurricular activity between a couple of players, and if this goes against Oak Ridge, it is a huge mental mistake. But they're marking it at about the half-inch line. So here comes the call from the official to see who it's on. Big call right here. And it's going to go against Summer Creek, and it's going to be an automatic first down. Oh, it's going to be offsetting penalties. So, no, it's basically wipe the slate clean, let's just go. No loss, no foul. Okay, now they're going to talk about it again. Okay, so it's 2nd and goal from the half-inch line. Under center. Well, no, they're going to go from the gun here. Letney standing in the pistol, looking towards the sidelines. They got a bunch formation. 2 wide receivers stacked on top of each other on the far side. 1 on the near side. Here comes the snap, the handoff. It's going to go up the middle and down at the 1 again. They were held out of the end zone, and that is a shocker there.
Very impressive watching the Summer Creek secondary. As they observed where the play was going, they all just formed like a little V shape running in there to create a wall right there at the goal line to keep him from getting in.
Oak Ridge War Eagles, 4th and goal from the half-yard line. Waiting for the snap is Letney. He's in the pistol. Here comes the snap. Rolling out, it's going to be a handoff to Smith. Smith finding a hole, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Oak Ridge, 21-6. The score, 7:42 to go here in the third quarter. And finally, Oak Ridge gets on the board, but it took 4 downs from the half-yard line, and that Summer Creek red zone defense really, really stiffened up.
It did, and what made this play a little bit different was that he waited for his offensive line to make that hole between the right tackle and center, and he was able to shoot right through it.
So the kick is up and through the upright. Your score here from Turner, 21-7, 7:42 to go in the third. We're going to take a quick break and be right back. This touchdown brought to you by All Spa's Ace Hardware. We are Ace Hardware and so much more. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back.
All Spas is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But All Spas is also a boutique featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, All Spas is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. All Spas is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
21-7 the score here at Turner Stadium. Oak Ridge just got on the board. Bulldogs still leading. Brent, that offensive touchdown took every down you could have from inside the half-yard line.
It did, but it all paid off, and what paid off was patience and persistence by letting the hole develop and then running through it, as opposed to the other series that we just saw, trying to make your own destiny right then and there. Just one person was not going to get through 4 defenders at one time.
So what do you think here? You thinking a deep kick or an onside kick? That's what they did last time, so it's going to be interesting to see what kind of play they dial up.
I would deep kick it.
And it's going to be a squib kick on the ground down to the 45-yard line. Ball on the ground, but it's fielded and fallen on. So it seems like both teams are afraid of each other's special teams. Or either that or just trying to play very aggressive football.
Well, that onside kick nearly worked because the person that got it first dropped it. And fortunately for him, one of his teammates who was right there saw it and just fell on it. Otherwise, Oak Ridge would have been the victor of the same thing that Summer Creek did to them right at the second quarter.
And I told you this during the break. Right now, without the fumble on the 1-yard line, it would be 21-14 right now. And the Bulldogs would be in some serious trouble, as that one's going to be a quick pass towards the far side, bobbled and dropped as Walker was looking for Trey Johnson. An incomplete pass. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
And he's lucky. Trey did not ever have control of that ball. I don't even think he really truly had it in his grasp. But then all of a sudden he flung it up in the air. You just don't want to take any chances with that because you just don't know what a referee sees.
Exactly. So 21-7 the score now. Waiting in this gun is Walker. He will hand the ball off. No, he'll keep it himself on the zone read, trying to take it up the middle. Not much room to run. It's going to be 3rd down and 7. This Oak Ridge defense has really stepped up the last few drives.
And what they've done is their secondary is reacting more when they see the run to come in and support, because what we saw in the first half was Summer Creek being able to bounce off people and take advantage of that and run it into the end zone. That's how they got their 21 points.
In the gun is Walker, drops back to pass, crossing quick to the near side. He's got Theodore Baker catching the ball at the 46-yard line, but that's not going to be enough for a first down, as that's going to be short of the sticks. Well, it's going to be close, actually. It's going to be very close. So let's see where they mark it. I believe it's going to be 4th down here, though.
You can see Trent Gordon, who was the one that was responsible for the tackle.
4th and 1 is going to be the call here. So
no one tonight has punted on a 4th and 1.
Well, neither. And this Summer Creek has had this opportunity earlier tonight, and it was stopped. So here comes the snap under center, going up. Straight quarterback sneak, stops.
I don't think he got it.
Falling backwards is Walker. He tries to reach over, but let's see where they call it. It's very close either way, Brent. I'm not sure, but it looked like forward progression might have given it to him.
They're going to go ahead and say yes, it did.
I'm surprised they're not going to bother to measure it. And you can see Coach Rush on the sidelines really arguing with the referee down there about not measuring that play. But it was very close. They gave it to him. So 1st down, Summer Creek. Zach Walker with the quarterback sneak up the middle. 2 wide receivers far and near. Ball on the 49-yard line inside Summer Creek territory. Ball's handed off and it will go up the middle, and fighting for extra yards is Jones trying to find some room to run, and it turns into a rugby-looking scrum down there, but a gain of 5.
It did. It virtually took the entire Oak Ridge defense to stop him and bring him down for the momentum that he had once he hit that left side, right to the left of the guard, trying to bring it in.
Trips to the far side, ball on the 45-yard line inside Oak Ridge territory. 5:53 on the clock, dropping back to pass, tossing to Theodore Baker, making the catch at the 43-yard line, or 37-yard line, falling down to the 30 before he's brought out. Correction, they're going to mark him down at the 33, and that was almost picked off.
It was. Gavin Franklin was right there on the coverage, and it looked like he had the upper hand on it, but that was just good concentration, and as a result, a first down.
Trips to the far side, ball on the 33-yard line, dropping back to pass, pump fakes, tossing deep down the right side of the field. He's got Baker at the 10, but it's overthrown and incomplete. Baker, if he would have been able to make that catch, he might have scored a touchdown.
Oh, I think that he would have, but Zachary Johnson was right there step for step and was able to disrupt that play, but it was a little bit overthrown. But you never want to take that chance.
Oh, definitely not. So 2nd and 10 now, ball sitting on the 33-yard line. 5:29 on the clock. Waiting the gun is Walker. He will take the snap, handing the ball off to Jones, who will take it. No, he's going to keep it himself, taking it up the middle. Stutter steps, and he's brought down at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, Trent Gordon was over there for the tackle.
So 3rd down and 4 to go. Ball on the 27-yard line. Summer Creek driving the ball. Drive was kept alive by a very gutsy call and quarterback sneak by Zach Walker that barely got the line to gain. Here's the snap and the handoff. He's going to take it towards the near side. He's got a lot of room to run. Down 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Summer Creek, that's Broderick Jones. And he gets into the end zone, and they have a 27-7 score. And here comes the extra point unit, but it looks like there is a flag on the play, and it's declined against the defense, so the touchdown stands.
Yeah, for Oak Ridge, Dalen Johnson was over there coming from in the secondary, coming from the middle, tried to run him down before he got in the goal line, but he just had a few steps over him.
Jake Dominic waiting for the snap, and the hold is down. The kick is up and through the uprights. That one's good. Your score here from Turner, 4:41 to go in the 3rd quarter. Bulldogs put up some more points, 28-7 the score, leading the War Eagles. We're going to take a quick break. Be right back. This one's brought to you by All Spas Ace Hardware. We are Ace Hardware, and so much more. We'll be right back. You're listening to TexanLive.com.
All Spas is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But All Spas is also a boutique featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, All Spas is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. All Spas is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
Back here live from Turner Stadium, J.W. Smith alongside Bryn Hallmark. James Blunt pressing the buttons over here for us, doing a fantastic job. Want to thank him personally. 28-7 the score. Summer Creek leading Oak Ridge. Now, Brent, this game, I mean, it was really, Summer Creek had trouble getting into the end zone ever since the first quarter. But they went down and marched it down the field and scored. And didn't have much trouble as that ball is going to be fielded at the 5-yard line. Bobbled kick. Now it's going to be picked up down towards the 6. Looking for somewhere to go. Smith taking it down the field. He's got a little bit more room to run. Gets it to the 19 before he's brought down. But like I was saying, Summer Creek really marched down the field and kind of asserted themselves in that drive.
Well, I think they were a little disappointed that Oak Ridge was able to score on them. They were probably looking at it, hey, we went in at halftime. They couldn't get anything on us. We're going to keep that going. Well, that didn't happen, so what do you do when that happens? You answer back, and that's exactly what happened.
Well, they wanted to come out of this one pitching a shutout, like that's really probably what their goal was, and now that goal wasn't attained, they're going to just if it were me, I would want to go out there and just score as many points as I can then. That's how I think I would see it.
Oh, yes.
So Oak Ridge back out on the field now, as that will put a man in motion. It will be a handoff to number 7, Lamar Handy, taken towards the far side of the field, getting 5 yards. Stiff arms the man, gets another couple, and he gets 7 on the play, and that's going to be 2nd down and 3 coming up. Good run there by Handy.
Jordan Williams on the takeout for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Jordan Williams was able to force him out, but I will say this. You could see as the run was progressing, he was looking to make the turn to go up. He saw that it was not available, so he went on the far side.
So that's going to be a fake handoff. Now it's going to hand the ball off to the second back that they go to. And that's Jimmy Moore taking it up the middle for a gain of 5. So that's going to be a first down down to the 31. Oak Ridge with 4:18 to go.
Good tackle by Christian Flores. He read that was coming right in the middle, and so he came up and stopped it to keep it for virtually 1 yard.
Here comes the snap by Handy. Or I'm sorry, Brentley, sorry, correction. I'm all over the place right now. That will hand off to Smith. Smith taking it towards the far side of the field, trying to fall forward, gains 3 yards before he's brought down. So it's going to be 2nd down and 7 on the play.
Well, we saw a combined effort there between Chris Williams and Jeremiah Reese to bring him down, forcing the 2nd down and 7.
So Letney standing in the pistol. He's got Williams behind him. And that will be a fake handoff, dropping back to pass on the play action, tossing it deep down the right side of the field, and it is caught at the 39-yard line. Number 7, Lamar Handy again, who has been their go-to receiver tonight. The play action, they bit on the run, and he was able to get the deep play down the field and a first down.
Jordan Williams was down there on the coverage, but he wasn't in the right position where he could have kept that ball from being received.
Letting again in the pistol, handed the ball off to Smith. Smith finding a little bit of room to run, and he takes it down the field to the 26-yard line before he's brought down for another first down.
Yeah, Paul Lawson now in the game, was able to bring him down, not before getting the first down.
1st and 10, War Eagles. Hand the ball off again to Smith. Smith finding a lot of room to run, following his fullback down the field, gets brought down at the 16-yard line. It's going to be close to a first down, if not already a first down. And there's a flag on the play. It looks like it's going to go against Summer Creek, though.
Benjamin McCann, number 23 on the play. There's a flag on the play.
Penalty's going to be declined. It's against Summer Creek. But it's still 2nd down and 1 for the War Eagles. Now in the pistol. Handing the ball off to Smith again. Same play, left side this time. Finding some room to run. Bouncing off another man down to the 7-yard line before he's brought down. And they're just alternating back and forth the same play over and over again.
Well, what's working is the fact that one of the adjustments, obviously, for Oak Ridge is they've told all their running backs, stop, give the hole a chance to develop and go through it.
So Smith again on the right side this time, trying to find room to run. A lot of room, falls into the end zone, touchdown War Eagles. And it's going to be 28-14 pending the extra point. They just literally went back and forth, left and right down the field with Smith, following his blockers. And that got them the touchdown. I wouldn't go away from that play for the rest of the night if it keeps working.
No, because you were absolutely right. For at least the past 4 series, they were running the exact same play, either left, right, or down the middle. Result, touchdown.
So here comes the kick. It is up and through the uprights. Your score here from Turner, 2:28 to go here in the third quarter. 28-14, Bulldogs leading the War Eagles. Summer Creek coming up on offense next. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. This one's brought to you by All Spas Ace Hardware. We are Ace Hardware and so much more. Don't go anywhere.
All Spas is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But All Spas is also a boutique featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, All Spas is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. All Spas is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
28-14 the score here at Turner. 2:28 to go in the third quarter. 28 points for the Summer Creek Bulldogs, 14 for Oak Ridge. And Oak Ridge really impressed me with that drive, Brent, as they just went down the field with the same play, back and forth flipping the play. That was something you would do in a video game, and that worked.
And it really did, because 4 different times they ran the same play. One left, one right, 2 of them down the middle, and it worked for them. It's looking like Summer Creek is going to have to get an answer for that.
Well, you can bet that they're talking about it right now on the defensive sideline, as that ball is going to be a high kick. It's going to fall down at the 36-yard line and caught. So the kicking game has been real interesting tonight, as eventually somebody's going to make a mistake and be able to get the ball. Summer Creek has already kicked an onside kick early in the game. And then Oak Ridge has done the same thing every time. They just haven't been able to get lucky yet. But percentage-wise, eventually that's going to work. By law of averages.
Yeah, by law of averages, exactly. But lately, with the exception with the exception of the first quarter, Oak Ridge has been able, their defense have been able to hold Summer Creek to only 1 touchdown in 2 quarters.
So here comes the snap. Trips to the near side. Walker drops back. It's a draw play. He's going to keep it himself going up the middle. He gains 10 yards before he's brought down, and he falls at the 50. So that's a gain of 12 for Walker. And the ball is going to be at midfield.
And if Zachary Johnson was there for the tackle.
And if Oak Ridge really wants to have a chance, they have to stop Walker going forward, as he's been there just running it down their throats. And now it's going to be John Holcomb in the game, who came out earlier with a lower leg injury. But now he's back on his feet, and it looks like he he's just running around, no limp at all, so he looks good. They probably just taped it up. And that's going to be a timeout for Oak Ridge. And while that timeout is going on, I'm going to let you all good listeners know about the state playoffs. Houston High School the Houston High School football playoffs begin next week, and Texan Live will be your home for the postseason after agreeing to a partnership with the UIL and Fox Sports Southwest. Get your tickets to the state championship games held at NRG Stadium in Houston, and follow the UIL link on TexanLive.com. Then follow your team on the road to the Texas High School Football State Championship at the home for Houston's high school sports, TexanLive.com. And Brent, I'm excited for the playoffs.
I'm really looking forward to them. Everybody, especially when we get to the regional finals and you start seeing the cream rising to the top and the real good teams.
So in the gun is Holcomb. He's going to hand the ball. No, he's going to keep it himself. He breaks the tackle and falls forward for a gain of 5 up the far side of the field. And it's a good gain for him, 6-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 4.
Yeah, Lane Tuck was able to bring him down for Oak Ridge, but not before he gained about 5 yards on that play.
Lane was right there at the line of scrimmage, but Holcomb was just able to pull him. So they got trips to the near side. Zach Walker lined up in the slot, and then they got Zarian Holcomb right next to him. 4 wide receivers set. Here comes the snap. Dropping back. Ball on the ground as he's tackled in the backfield for a loss, as that was a low snap.
Yeah, it looked like because of the low snap, he wasn't able to get a proper grip on the ball, and it was just good fortune that he was able to grip it at all to keep it from being recovered by Oak Ridge.
So that's 3rd and 7 now for the Bulldogs, and if somehow Oak Ridge can get a stop here, they could be in business with the way they just ran the ball down the field. So 3rd and 7 in the gun. Holcomb looking for somebody on the right side, tossing it deep down the field. No, he's going to be – he pump faked.
I think they're going to say
is it
that
incomplete, or was it a fumble? I didn't see for sure.
I think that they're going to say that it was an incomplete pass.
Yeah, it looks like it was an incomplete. As after I looked at the replay briefly over here on the big video board. Big stop there for Oak Ridge, as now it's 4th down and 7. Ball on the 47-yard line. 45 seconds still to go here in the third quarter. Holcomb had a man deep, And that ball is kicked, and it's an end-over-end punt, and it's going to be fielded at the 16-yard line. Now making a couple of stutter steps. Now he's falling down at the 15. So that was number 24 on the return, Marcellus Sparks. So, Brent, if you're Oak Ridge here, after the way that last drive went, where they just went off tackle, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with Chandler Smith running the ball. I mean, if I were Coach Rush, I would literally go back to that play until it did not work.
Right now, I would run I would run a different play because they may be looking for that just to keep them honest.
So here we go. Ball handing off it's going to be to, looks like Williams this time on the far side. He's got to see him down to the 30-yard line. He may go. He's at the 35, 40, 45, 50, down to the 30, 20, 15, and brought down at the 12-yard line. Just ran out of gas as the pursuit was able to catch him. Big gain there for Oak Ridge, and they are now in the red zone after one play.
Shaw Jamarcus for Summer Creek just saved a tackle. I'm sorry, he just saved a touchdown.
I was trying to.
Yeah. He got the tackle that saved the touchdown on that one.
So
no, we were looking at something else on the field.
Oak Ridge just went down the field with 24 seconds now on the clock in the third quarter. They have an opportunity to really make this a game, as they have been trailing big the whole time. But we're looking at right now is we're just taking a second as there was a player shaken up. He's walking off the field under his own power. So now it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line, so they can get a first down before scoring here.
Yeah, it looked like the player probably just got just wind knocked out of him or something like that, but he's walking off on his own power.
And they did not run the same play, but they ran a similar play. They ran a similar play off the tackle, but they didn't put the man in motion, and it wasn't Chandler Smith. It was Josh Williams this time. So it gave them enough of uncertainty to really kind of question what was going to happen there.
And if he would have beaten that one man, we would have seen a touchdown.
So Chandler Smith is in the backfield this time. Man in motion, here it comes. It's going to be a handoff to Smith. He's going to take it up the middle. He jumps one man, spins another, and falls into the end zone. Touchdown, Oak Ridge. With 14 seconds on the clock, they've only burned 20 seconds on that drive, and they're in the end zone. What a great run by Smith. He spins two guys and breaks a tackle. That is determination.
It's almost like what with Summer Creek doing the same thing and tackling on defense that I was saying Oak Ridge needed to stop doing in the first half, and that they're going for these high tackles to try to stop these guys. But when you've got that momentum, they're able to bounce, spin off of you. You need to start kicking. You need to start going for the legs.
Kick is up and through the uprights. 14 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. 28-21 the score. Bulldogs still leading Oak Ridge, but it's become a game here. Don't go anywhere, folks. Exciting finish coming your way. You're listening to TexanLive.com.
Hey, it's Bert.
And Jamie. At Texan, we're so thankful for our great team and fantastic fans.
And we're showing our appreciation, making sure everybody gets a great deal on our Black Friday event.
Every 2015 has to go, and Texan will make you the best deal.
Get a new Ram Lone Star Crew for just $28,995 or $395 a month.
Or the all-new Jeep Renegade for just $18,388.
Thank you for helping us become one of the fastest growing dealerships in the nation. Texan Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram is located at 59 in Will Clayton. Shop 24/7, TexanDrive.com.
We treat you better.
Summer Creek is in trouble right now as the Oak Ridge War Eagles are on a tear with scoring that touchdown. It is now 28-21 with 14 seconds to go. Brent, this is not how I expected the second half to go, if I am being perfectly honest with you.
No, I don't think either one of us were, but you got to hand it to Oak Ridge. I mean, they came out on a really short end of the stick to start off the second half, and they are within 7 of tying this game up.
Onside kick, and it's going to be recovered by Oak Ridge. And, well, actually, let's see. That was interesting how that one developed.
Well, we have one referee that is acknowledging that it's Oak Ridge ball.
They're going to call them offsides. They did get there very fast. The entire Oak Ridge side was in front, and turned around by the time the ball had gotten there. So they're calling it an offsides, but I tell you one thing, Brent. This is one of the more exciting games I've watched this year, just from sheer just unpredictability.
And you can sum it up by saying love of the game.
Oh, yeah.
These boys love playing this game. That's one of the things I love about high school football, is because that's the reason that the boys play it. It's for the love of the game. And you can see it right now in a never say die attitude that we're seeing from the Oak Ridge War Eagles.
There is no tomorrow for either one of these teams. That's it. There is no tomorrow. Tonight is it. This is the last game of your lives. You got 12 minutes and 14 seconds of football for a lot of these seniors, and that's it. Leave it all out on the field, and I like the way this game has gone. It's really being played like two teams with absolutely nothing to lose, and it's edge of your seat kind of excitement.
And that's because we're just maybe potentially just an interception or a fumble away from seeing a tie ball game.
So another onside kick, as that one's going to be fielded at the 45. And it's just, I have never watched a football game where the majority of the kicks are onside kicks.
No, and I got to hand it for Joshua Wilson. He saw that kick coming up, and he just dived and caught it and buried it. He didn't want to go anywhere. He just wanted to down that ball. Good move.
I like this strategy. Just kick the onside and let your defense try to stop them with a short field.
I don't think I can ever go back and think of any game, college, pro, high school, that I've seen more onside kicks in a single game.
Holcomb in the gun, waiting for the snap. He will hand the ball off zone read, and it'll be going to, it looks like that's going to be Jones taking it to the near side and getting 11 yards before he's brought down. First down, Summer Creek.
Yeah, and he was able to spin off a lot of players. But finally, a group of the defenders were able to bring him down.
Miles Wanja checking in, and now that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Your score here from Turner, Summer Creek 28, Oak Ridge 21. Exciting finish coming your way for the fourth. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You're listening to TexanLive.com.
At Cavenders, we don't just wear the West, we live it.
I live for a good run.
I live for the crowd.
My scar.
7 flat in the short round.
My face. Working with my partner. 8 seconds, nothing less.
Rooting for the bull.
Cavenders. Don't just wear it, live it.